I got you the wrong flowers on Valentine's Day this year.
And see, even Priscilla's got her head in her hand. Valentine's Day is a special day.
And you were sad because they were from the grocery store.
Did you run the London Marathon?
I did London Marathon, South Africa Marathon.
I would be like, I have to be in bed. My phone has to be up. You cannot talk to me past 8, and I need to eat the proper amount of carbs to have enough energy the next day. And I'm like, fuck it, I could have some beers.
Someone last night was literally like, did you know Alex is planking in the middle of the night?
I am. When I'm pumping, I work up a little sweat. I used to be able to plank for days, so I'm trying to get back to that. Welcome back to another episode of Just Alex. It's December. 'Tis the mother trucking season. Do we want to cuss in front of Tate? At what age do we not want to cuss in front of Tate, or do you not care? I know that people have shifted on that. Harrison is here. He's thinking.
Well, I know what I'd say publicly versus privately what's going to happen.
So publicly, you'd like to say you won't cuss that often, but privately, you know you will. That's not what this podcast is about. You be honest. Be honest with the people.
I think there's a time and a place for a swear word.
But you don't want to be throwing them around loosely?
No.
What if she's...
Make your fucks mean something.
Well, if you use, the F word, I guess I'm not saying it, too loosely, then it does lose its luster. Like, you do need to use your cuss words with and the less you use them, the more power they hold.
Like how you call them cuss words.
What do you call them? Curse words?
Swear words.
Swear words.
Yeah. Is that a Canada versus U.S. thing?
No, I think swear, cuss, curse, those are all fair game. Bad, naughty words. No-nos.
Well.
Mommy, daddy words.
Official statement, no swearing in front of child.
But when do you want to start that? Like, you think she can pick up on it now? Her first word's fuck. Her first word's going to be dada. It's fine. It's fine. I was walking behind you guys today. I always walk about 15 feet behind you guys because I just love to walk behind people in general. You had your corduroy holder. She was in it. You guys were hanging out, and I thought, her first word's going to be dada. Yep. This is my life.
We were good friends, her and I.
She's not your friend. She is your daughter. You guys are not friends.
I kind of think we're pals.
No. Friends are not people that you learn from. I mean, they are actually, but in this regard, you are her caretaker.
Of course. I think there's so many things that I'm thinking about in terms of the care of her that are above thinking about when we can start swearing in front of her or not. Yeah, no, it's so true. This week we have LA, then OKC. Bunch of cities with some abbreviations. So tomorrow we're going to LA, which I'm anxious about, which we'll talk about. And then we're going from there to Oklahoma City, where we're obviously going to see my family. So I'm super excited about that. But I'm also anxious about that. Like, I get anxious traveling with her because she's not a light load. I don't think you get anxious at all. The way you get on this airplane with 17 bags and can put them all on the spot, I'm paralyzed. I just sit there and think, oh my God, I could never. Do you think it's the hormones? Because my stress levels over, I think the next 6-7 days are going to be really fun. No, I think they're going to be fun too. I don't know why. I don't know. It would be interesting to realize if I could identify if it was anxiousness or nervousness. You know what I mean? Because there's a difference. Or aren't those actually right by each other in the emotion wheel? No idea. Anxiety and nerves? I don't know. They're beside each other, aren't they? Yeah, I think so. I think I have both. And anxiety can be really excited as well. Yeah, I just feel wait, so what are you anxious about? What is it specifically? Is it? So I'm anxious that this is, I guess, want me to paint my worst case scenario? Yeah. That I'm really far away from the hotel and I don't have my pump and she's already drank the bottle and then she gets overtired and she needs to go down for a nap. All I have are my boobs to feed her, but we need to get in an Uber. And so then, I'm a 45-minute drive away. Then I'm stranded, and then I got a crying baby for 45 minutes in the car in a car seat, no bottle. I don't know. That would be what I would say is the worst that could happen. Yeah, and fear understood, and I think one of the perks, obviously, of Austin is like, feels like we're always within a 5 to 7 minute Uber to our house.
Or we have our car.
Or we have our car. And so I just think that this trip will need to do more scheduling, more planning.
And here's the thing, like, just never, like, have too much milk at all times.
Yeah, like, let's bring some of those frozen milk reserves, and if that's the fear, like, that to me can be worked through.
Thank you. That's why I love you. We call her Miss Milky. She's Miss Milky.
Loves your milk.
Loves her milk. So I made a TikTok earlier about how I was like, this baby, they eat every 3 hours, and somehow they know 3 hours on the dot. And even if she's conked out, she's waking up. And these comments, they were so funny. First of all, moms were like, you get 3 hours? I mean, I get 2. A lot get 1.5. And then one was like, how does my baby already know it's 1:09 on the dot? Oh.
Yeah, she's really working on a clock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a dead clock. And my tits know, too. I get the milk let down. But you'll never know what that feels like.
No.
No, sir.
But I'm proud you do. No, I actually have something. Speaking of things, because I think there's obviously like a lot of stuff on this that like we say we're going to do in terms of parenting styles, or we think we're going to do, and then it doesn't end up happening. Mm-hmm. One of the things that you do as a mom that I'm so impressed with, that you said you were going to do beforehand, is, and I noticed it the other night in the middle of the night, when you feed her, you truly do not have anything else around, and you are just focused on feeding her. There's no phones, like, and you're just talking to her and calming her and educating her. I think it's so amazing. I woke up the other night and it was like early. You were doing the morning feed, so I don't know, it was like 5:30, and I don't know, for whatever reason, assume like you'd be scrolling something or reading something. No, just you and her having a moment.
Did you know I've also stopped? You said some.
She objects.
She says no. You mentioned to me like 3 or 4 weeks ago too that when I was pumping, I was on my phone in the middle of the night because I was pumping every 3 hours and I was doom scrolling. And did you know since that moment I have not taken my phone with me to a pump?
And so what are you doing during the pumps?
I do planks. I've been doing them for a week and a half. I'm getting stronger.
Someone last night told me this. They're like, did you know Alex is doing planks in... And I want one clarification. I didn't tell you to not be on your phone in the middle of the night.
No, but you said, of course you didn't tell me not to be on my phone in the middle of the night. But you made a comment because I said, what did I say? Oh, I said I'm having a hard time going back to sleep after my pumps. And you said, oh, it's probably because you're on your phone. It's like a throwaway comment.
Okay.
Yeah, and no, of course you didn't tell me not to be. Sorry, but if you ever told me not to be on my phone, you know what I'd say back to you? No one is on their phone more than you.
I'm a big phone guy right now.
You're a phone guy. I'm
a big phone guy right now.
And that's okay.
My hours are up.
Your hours are up. It's not a problem.
There's a time and a place.
Totally. But that was why you had said it, and I thought maybe you're right.
I think the internet is great right now. I just think there's amazing content. It's a good time to be an internet man.
Can I tell you what?
What? Well, I don't even know what an internet is. I think you get my point.
The
internet's great. The internet is cruising right now.
But it's not that, because I'm enjoying the internet now more than ever. And do you know what it is? We need a brain break. So whatever's on the internet, we are loving. Like, I don't think the internet's better now than it was, last year. It's just that, like, I'm obsessed with the internet. I know more that's going on the internet now than I ever have in my life. It's a brain break for you. But anyways, when I'm pumping in the middle of the night, I've kind of lost the time. Workouts, they've fallen to the wayside. So what I'll do is I'll do a minute on, 30 seconds off, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, 30 seconds on. I've added another 30-seconder. I'll do some squats.
Are you doing this? Where are you doing this?
Oh, I go to the nursery to pump now.
It's so fun. Yeah, someone last night was literally like, did you know Alex is planking in the middle of the night?
I am. I work up a little sweat, but I'm able to fall right back asleep, which is fine because I'm not on my phone. Now.
Okay.
What?
We still have one of those monitors in that other room. Mm-hmm. So I just realized that we probably have video footage of you planking
oh my God,
in the middle of the night.
Stop it, we do.
And so if we do, I think we got to put some of that up as evidence.
Oh my God. And this is great because I actually am really proud of myself. I haven't missed a night.
Okay, well, we'll check the film.
So it'll be on there. Oh my God, I'm excited. Yeah, so I've been planking and I'm getting a little stronger. I used to be able to plank for days, so I'm trying to get back to that. Yeah, and no phones, which is nice. Oh, and on the feeding thing. So my mom made a comment that like babies come out in the world looking for somebody looking for them. Like they just really want to be seen. And I felt that like intuitively beforehand. And everything I read too was like eye contact with them. Like she doesn't want to eat alone. You know, like she can't control who eats with her. So when we're feeding her bottles, she's dying for us to be paying attention to her. And the worst thing we can do is tell her that our phone is more important.
Yeah, but that stuff is like, I think, parenting 101, easier said than done. Like, obviously, I try to do that, but like sometimes you get pulled away, whether it's work stuff or other things, friend stuff.
Yeah,
nice internet moments.
I just feel like the feedings are more purposeful and like better and more thorough and happier. And like I feel... So, listen, what I don't like is when I get in bed at night and I think, was there another moment throughout the day that I could have held her or talked to her? And if I focus on the feedings, then I know I really get a bang for my buck. Let's talk about HelloFresh, because there's nothing better than farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients with seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. You guys, the holidays are amazing. I love the holidays. You love the holidays. But with how busy they are, I'm always looking for ways to stress less without sacrificing on my food, the quality of my food, and what I eat, it tasting great. And you know what? If I can minimize the grocery shopping, I am one happy girl. I have always loved HelloFresh. The meals are delivered right to my door. They make everything so easy, especially with the newborn. I cannot stress how incredible HelloFresh is. If you guys want to get in on the action, which I know you do, get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/freejustalex. Applied across 7 boxes, new subscribers only, and it varies by plan. That's 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/freejustalex. This is why HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. And you guys, it is truly incredible. What do you think about baby rules? Like, there's all these rules, okay? You know, she can't sleep in the bed with you. You can't leave her in the car for 1 second. You can't leave the house with her upstairs. What would be the one baby rule you would break if you could break one?
Like, easily her sleeping in bed with us.
Yeah.
Like, I would love if we were a bed of 3 every night.
And she could just like cuddle.
We could just do snuggles with her.
Knowing that she would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Knowing that like there's no way we could roll on top of her. Or she would stop breathing. Yeah. Any of that. Oh.
What about you?
You know, sometimes I feel like, I don't know. No, I do know. Definitely holding her while driving. Like if I could breastfeed her while driving, or like even while you're driving, if I could just hold her in the back, or if I could hold her and give her a bottle, that would be a dream. Yeah. A lot of people I know say like, can I just leave her in the car while I run in to get my Starbucks to go order? And it's like, you can't leave
that to me isn't a pain point. Like,
but that's because you and I aren't in the car a lot.
But taking her in and out of the car is not hard. That Duna is awesome.
But imagine if we live in an area where we can walk everywhere and we don't drive that often. Yeah. Imagine if we like lived in a suburb and we were driving a lot and like we had 4 stops to go do, and like they're real quick. You're picking up a prescription, you know, XYZ, and it's like you're taking them in and out. Especially when she grows out of the Duna, and it's not easy to pop her in and out. You have to take her out.
At what point are you allowed to start leaving kids in cars? There's got to be an age.
I was like 6. Yeah, Peace has 6. I don't know. I have no idea. I know there's like a front seat thing, you know, like that's exciting, but I know it's a weight limit. I don't know how old you have to be to let them stay in the car. Somebody said, I saw they wanted to pop the baby zits because, you know, you're not allowed to do that. That made me sad.
I'm not a zit popper.
Let me look. Can I look at some of the answers on here? I think these would be, and you can tell me yes or no.
I'm in a very relaxed state today.
I can tell. I think we both are, which is ironic because I feel like our house is really messy and we need to go tackle that, which I know
Feels like the wheels are falling off at home here with the mess situation. But
they have.
You just got to lean in.
100%. All right, leave her in the car while I run in to grab my mobile coffee order. It has 1,500 likes. I think a lot of people agree with that.
Wow. I don't get that one.
Run errands during nap time. Co-sleep. Leave in the car while I go get my mobile order. That has 400 more likes. That's 2,000 total. Yeah, I wish I could just leave the house while she naps. Like, I get that. Because you're like, I know she'll be asleep for an hour, but you got to stay home. Oh, that's so funny. Not have to burp her. Just go on a date after bedtime. They never wake up. And it's like 3 hours that you get to. Yeah, that's so true. Okay, well, here's one thing I didn't know.
Okay.
Coats and car seat. She's never worn a coat, so we've never put her in a coat and a car seat. But I guess no coats and car seats.
We can do blankets.
The internet is so helpful. Yeah, this mobile order. I mean, the mobile order is a huge pain point. Holding her while driving. Would love to sleep with.
It's so weird how like such a common thing is such a foreign concept, like driving to go get your coffee as opposed to walking to the coffee shop.
Yeah, and you've probably never driven to a coffee shop since we've lived here. I haven't.
No. The walkability lifestyle.
Yeah.
I was reading one thing. I'm a baby reader now.
Good.
And so do you know how many bones humans have, adults have?
No, but I know babies have 312.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they
which is more than us.
Just over 300.
They have more bones than we do.
Yeah. We're born with 200. We adults have 200 bones.
Because hers are fusing together still.
Yeah.
I read it too. Yeah.
Damn, I thought I was going to get you with like some viral moment of, yeah.
Let's talk about Navage because you guys, Tate has had, and I know a lot of babies have had, because 'tis the season for the colds and the congestion. Now, Navage has made two incredible products that we've actually been using. I pulled them out at 3 a.m. the other day. They have the aspirator and they have the inhaler. So the aspirator is this electronic machine that goes up in her nose and it decongests her. It's a rechargeable aspirator and it uses gentle suction to clear mucus. We've been using that a ton. And the inhaler, it sprays drug-free sterile saline solution to break down congestion while moisturizing the pathways, and it soothes baby's upper respiratory system. When they put this on, you can just tell the relief that they are immediately getting. We have been using both of these. I'm not kidding when I tell you this aspirator saved me the other night in the middle of the night because the poor little thing, she was so congested and I didn't know how to help her. And I grabbed this and it was so friendly and easy and it was comfortable for her. She didn't even cry while I was doing it. In fact, she stopped crying. So parenting is hard, but you guys can make life easier by ordering the new Navage baby aspirator and the inhaler today. I know you will thank me later when you're like me in the middle of the night when you need something to help. So my listeners can get it directly from my exclusive URL, navage.com/Alex. You can order both products and get full product details. Again, that's navage.com/Alex, NAVAGE.com/Alex, NAVAGE.com/Alex. Don't wait, order now. You've been also doing a lot of shopping. And we said we were never going to buy this kid clothes. And then you've been getting like 4 or 5 packages a day of baby clothes.
I mean, these Instagram D2C kid marketers, they're fucking good.
Well, and you know what they all do? Apple Pay. And if there's Apple Pay, I'm buying it. Every single time, double click, just trigger happy. It has your address auto programmed in. You don't even have to go get your credit card. Your face does it. And then you make the point of how much it costs because you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, they price it perfectly.
It's like $19.99.
Yeah.
That's like an expensive one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trapped. And then you're buying them for 3 months. So it's like, oh my God, they've 3 full months to wear this.
Oh, no. But do you know what happened? I thought we were going to wear all of her clothes You pick favorites. And then but you blink, half the time 0 to 3 months, they're actually meant for a newborn or they're meant for a 5-month-old. And the sizes are all messed up. 0 to 3 or 3 to 6, it's too wide of a range. Too wide of a range because at 3 months it doesn't fit. So then it goes on the back of the pile. And then you forget to wear it. And then before you know it, you blinked and she's grown out of it.
Yeah, the timing of these things is hard. So I just got a text from my sister. Mm-hmm. They were at a charity event last night.
Yeah.
And they auctioned a Taylor Swift box off. So the face value of this box for the Taylor Swift concert in Vancouver is $40,000.
Okay.
Guess how much the box sold for at the auction?
$120,000.
$280,000 for 15 tickets to see Taylor Swift.
$20,000 a ticket. Wow.
Do we need to check that math? My brain is dead. Is that what it is? $20,000 a ticket?
19,880 or something. 800.
18. Wow, good math.
Thank you.
I couldn't have even pinned that. Yeah.
You're the math guy.
Yeah, I am, it's been a long couple days.
It's okay.
It's been a long couple days. We're moving slow today.
$18,000 a ticket. Now, only are those numbers happening at a charity event. You know what I mean? You're not buying that for no cause.
Well, when we were looking into going, I heard that the suites were trading for $150,000.
I got
a ticket. I can do that math.
I gotta confess, your sister texted me the box price and how much each ticket was.
Oh, that's why you're so. Oh my god.
I wanted to pretend like I was good at math, but no, I couldn't have backed into that. Say it again. What'd you just say? I was too busy thinking about my confession. What did you just say?
Like I'm thinking of all the things you can do for $280,000 as opposed to go and in a suite, you don't even get a good view. Like suites are not a great place to watch concerts from.
You could buy a brand new G-Wagon, buy a house, down payment on a house for sure. You could buy a house though in Oklahoma. Probably pay.
Or you can watch Taylor Swift
for one night.
For 3 hours.
Probably all 4 years of college and then some.
Do you think she lip sings?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I don't think she. I was asking, because vocals in those stadiums I feel like can be pretty hard.
You know how she trained for it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd love to hear.
She ran on a treadmill for 4 hours straight, full belting all of her songs.
Stop it.
Do you want to repeat that? Because I don't.
Okay,
think the
so
mic-
P, this is just in from Priscilla. She's saying that the way that Taylor Swift trained was she ran on a treadmill, full belting her songs. And that's how she trained for it. And that makes a lot of sense. Man, you'd be in some good shape. Okay, this is what reminds me. Talking about this. So I was walking on the trail the other day. And this like sick G-Wagon turned around the corner. And this guy was like dancing. And I thought, what a great day he's having. But he was dancing, looking at this other guy that was standing on the trail beside me. And I thought, oh, they're about to go on a run together and the cool G-Wagon's going to park. I would have never noticed any of this had he not been in a car that I liked. So then I watch, and the guy gets out of the car and he walks over and they like dab each other up. They hug. They start stretching. They warm up and off they go. And I saw him running on the trail 3 different times. They were in a full-blown conversation. Like, I think they were having a meeting on the trail running. And I thought, I could never. I don't even like to go on walks with people because I don't understand the pace that we're going to walk at and who's going to set the pace. And then whenever I run, I can't talk and run because I lose my breath. And so I thought, what a luxury for people to be able to book runs with people. Like it's a social event, they get stuff done and they get their workout in. Curious about Ozempic or Wegovy, but not sure if your insurance covers it? That's where Row comes in. Row can help you understand if GLP-1s are right for you and your goals, but that's just the beginning. Row members have support throughout the entire process, which I think is something that's very important, you guys, when it comes to this. That means no insurance paperwork, and you'll have access to your provider on demand for any questions. Plus, you can sign up online from the comfort of your own home. That means no waiting for an in-person doctor's appointment, no commute to the doctor's office, and no waiting rooms, which is a dream come true. Join the over 250,000 people who have already chosen Row to access GLP-1s. Go to row.co/Alex to find out if you're covered for free. That's ro.co/Alex. For box warning and full safety information, go to row.co/safety, prescription only.
This to me just feels so Austin.
To go on a run with somebody like, hey, meet me at the trail.
The dudes in Austin on that trail
Yeah.
are so jacked. And may I say, so hot.
And
like, I've never seen such fit people in a city than these dudes who are just lapping that loop.
do you know what's fascinating about this? You are always saying that the guys are so in shape on the loop. Do you know what I'm always thinking? That the girls are so in shape on the loop.
I never see girls on that
And
loop.
I don't think there are that many guys. I think there is one guy in every 55 girls.
Well, I think we go walking at different times.
But I also think we're both noticing that's funny. Like we're not out there looking at the opposite sex. We're identifying, we're like comparing. We're in a comparison state.
I just got to know how far away I am from taking my shirt off on that loop. I'm far away from taking my shirt off on that loop right now. This has been like a bad couple weeks. I gotta reset. I gotta get back on my program.
Okay, here's what I want to talk to you about, okay? And we're going to talk about this out loud, and I think it's going to be painful for you.
Okay.
Number one, it's called a dad bod, and that's coined for a reason. But number two is this. So we talked about how Harrison had, and I'm sorry to do this to you, had a race. And Harrison's signed up for and ran a lot of marathons. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've never signed up for one and not shown up.
A race?
Yeah.
No, I've ran races, like, I've never signed up for one and not shown up. And to the point, like, when I ran the San Francisco, and I've done 2 full marathons and a handful of other races. But, like, for the San Francisco half marathon, I was probably out till, like, 2 in the morning beforehand. Like, rain or shine, asleep at 9 p.m., asleep at 3 a.m., I always show up.
Because you're mentally like, you can just kind of roll through these things.
You know, you can always find it.
But what's your quote from your guy, the boxer? The best MMA fighter? He always has a shitty night the night before, like does a bunch of blows.
Oh, but that's different. Yeah.
He always has an excuse.
John Bones Jones, I guess, talked of whenever he would have a fight coming up, he'd make sure to go get really fucked up one night ahead of the fight. So that way if he lost, he always had like an excuse on how he could get better next time.
Love it. Love it. That's kind of like what you were doing. So anyways, Harrison signed up for this High Rocks race the weekend before Thanksgiving. And the whole week leading up to it, it was just because I understand signing up and say, like, I hesitate to say I'm going to do something because if I say I'm going to do it come hell or high water, am I going to do it? And you're the same way. And you didn't do this race, and it was mental torture for you deciding whether or not you were going to do it. But we have a newborn child. Like, we have got to give ourselves grace.
I think like the biggest reason I didn't do it is like I didn't like the city it was in, and I didn't want to go to Dallas. If that thing was in Austin, I would have run it no matter. I lugging up there with her and lugging her back, like, and being in a city that frankly, like, I have zero fun in. Actually, that's not true. Yeah, I'm not a Dallas guy.
It sounds.
I don't really get it. I don't really get that city.
But it sounds like a cop out to say you didn't like the city. You got to own it was too much a schlepper up and down, and you didn't train for it.
It was good use of schlep, but it was a schlep to a place that I didn't think we were going to have a lot of fun in.
We weren't going to have fun. We were going for you to run a race.
But the point of races is having fun around the race. Like,
really? God,
yeah, like London Marathon. It's not just the marathon. It's, the escapades beforehand. It's the night out after.
Did you run the London Marathon?
I did London Marathon, South Africa Marathon, Cape Town.
That is so cool. I knew that. I just never really thought about
With my
that.
dad and sister.
Yeah. And so the night afterwards, are you on like a runner's high? Or are you exhausted?
Yeah, no, we do big dinners before the race. We would do big dinners the night after the race.
I got it. Like my mind is already adjusting. Okay. You're a little bit contagious to me in this aspect of like, if I were to sign up for a race, what I would do the week leading up, I would be so regimented to the point that I would drive myself insane. Where you're like, well, I was just burped. One of my best friends lives in Dallas. And we were going to see her the night before and the night after. And Harris was like, yeah, I mean, if I can go to bed 1, 2, whatever, like, I'm fine. I would be like, I have to be in bed. My phone has to be up. You cannot talk to me past 8. And I need to eat the proper amount of carbs to have enough energy the next day. And they're like, fuck it, I could have some beers. Like, good for you. Because mentally, you just know it relies on your mental. It's a compliment. I know you're like not responding.
Yeah, now I'm just kind of awkward because like we're like glorifying like. I also think the most annoying thing about marathon people is like they talk about the marathons and I'm talking about the marathons and I hate talking about the races. I just like.
But
doing
you
them
didn't do this
I
race.
think they're fun. I think they're fun.
Okay,
I do them because they're fun. So if you're doing it for fun, you're not doing it for a job. You're not getting paid for it. You're paying to do it. Why would you not have fun around it? That's crazy.
Oh, I never thought about that. You are paying to do it.
Yeah. So you want to turn it into an event, a festivity, like the night before. Like that's what it's all about.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, that's why the city matters so much.
It's not a job. Mm-hmm. Okay, don't take life too seriously. No one gets out alive anyways. I've always loved that quote. You live by it, though. It's probably why I like you. I probably crave that. Sometimes I really have that in some areas. Sometimes I get real regimented, though. In other areas. Like right now, the upstairs, I bet it's bothering you 1%. It's bothering me 99%. But you just know you're going to clean it.
The only reason, it's not bothering me at all, except knowing it's bothering you, that bothers me.
Yeah, it's so funny. Okay, hold on. Just you got to tell us this. Mm-hmm. Kate, you ran the Cape Town, South Africa Marathon.
Yeah.
Can you just like a little bit about what that was like? Because I can't even ask a question around it because I don't even know what to ask. Isn't that place like apparently like awesome?
I think Cape Town is the most beautiful city in the world.
In the world.
Yeah.
You've been to how many countries?
Far and away.
52? And you're going to give
over
Cape
60.
Town the most beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, far and away. South Africa as a country, I would say is the most beautiful country that I've ever been to. You got like, so Cape Town, which is, it's on the coast. It's just, I don't know how to describe it other than it's got so much charm. Wow. And it's beautiful. And then you can take a little drive. I think it's about 2.5 hours up to their wine country called Franschhoek, which is a legendary wine country. And then they've got all the safari as well. Most of that's up in Kruger National Park, I believe.
How far is that from Cape Town?
I believe the best way to get there, I believe you do it through Johannesburg, which is the other major city there. Joburg is that one is Joburg isn't much to it, but gets you to Kruger. So I don't know. What do you want me to say about the marathon? Like or about the city? Just I was living in Hong Kong. I picked it because there was direct flights, and my dad wanted to do an adventure, and so we did it.
Wow! And did your mom went?
No,
your sister ran it too.
I think what happened with that is that I went to Japan with him because he was running the Tokyo Marathon.
Did you run the Tokyo Marathon?
No.
Okay.
But same thing. Like, it's like, let's go to Tokyo. Let's have some fun. Let's mix a race in.
So the race is secondary.
Yeah.
My whole trip would revolve around this race, but okay. It's an afterthought.
And then I think we made the decision there to then go do the Cape Town one.
But did you cry like when you crossed the finish line?
That one was definitely special because I was doing it with my dad, and I do remember that I crossed the finish line holding my dad's hand, and that was really special.
Oh, that's really sweet. Wait, so you ran the whole race together?
Cape Town we ran together. London we did not, because London he ran with my sister.
And you ran by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, so they ran together, you ran together.
Yeah, we got in a massive fight the night before the race in London.
What?
Yeah. And funny enough, it was like, I think it had to do with my brother-in-law at that point.
Oh, you love
Little early day friction.
Oh, you love your brother.
And I remember I was so mad at them, and I just like zoned them out and just went and took that.
Was it a hate run?
I did a hate run.
You had an anger
and I
run?
just, like, best I've ever done in anything.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and then just got to the end like, we're all good.
And then you didn't
Just
care.
got mad at you for 3 hours and 22 minutes.
But I'm over it.
So now I'm over it.
If that doesn't do it, then nothing will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You got some really cool stories.
Yeah, I really like to tell stories. Like, I've had so many amazing moments, and so often those moments go and just like get, locked up in the memories of the past. And so it's fun to be able to come on here and you extract them out of me.
Yeah, well, I love hearing about them. But I feel like I think I know a lot of them, but we got to know each other so fast that there's a ton I don't know. I don't know all the 52 countries you've been to. Nor will I know them when you say them.
Have I told you about is this interesting?
Well, it depends what you say next.
The time that I thought I was going to die in Burma?
No, you've not told me that at all. Do tell.
Okay. Burma is a country that most people have not heard of.
I wasn't sure if I should ask.
Yeah. So I didn't even air that out. Didn't even put that on the platter for you to know or not know. Very small country.
Where's it at? What country? What country is the country in? Continent, I
the
guess?
continent,
Yeah.
Thank you. The continent is Asia.
Wait.
It's like in the...
Italy is a country, and Burma is also a country.
Yes.
Yeah, Burma's lost.
It's also called Myanmar.
Myanmar?
Myanmar. And
Now, Myanmar sounds like it's on the water.
there's part of it. It's kind of like Southeast Asia-ish by like Thailand and kind of in between like Thailand and Nepal.
Okay.
Was supposed to go to, but we can get into Nepal later. So all of the travels I'd always done with people. So of all the countries I've been to, I've probably been to 75% of them with Alex Cost.
Okay.
Or, I don't know, maybe 50% of them.
That's pretty good.
Because then I said that once, and he's like, well, I've actually been to most of them with his wife. He's been to most of them with his wife. So he kind of put me in my place.
Uh-oh.
But I'd never really traveled on my own. So I wanted to go to an adventure on my own, chose Burma, and had a really open schedule. Knew I wanted to start in one city and end up in another. Had a flight in and a flight out, but no hotels booked. And I get it to this really small town. It was like cool little village mountain town. And I was walking through it, and I walk by this bar. And I have a photo of this bar. So I'm going to have P put it up. It was a true hole in the wall with a bunch of local Burmese people who didn't speak a lick of English. And I sat there and I drank with these guys for an ungodly amount of 6, 7, 8 hours. I went in there when it was light, and I left when it was dark. And they were serving around, so not a word of English was spoken, but there was a lot of communicating being done, which was just really fun and really cool. One of them at one point pulled out we were communicating on a pen and paper and drawing things, and it was a blast.
Wow.
And I remember I'm walking home, and as I'm walking home, I'm like, oh shit, I don't feel good. And so as we were drinking, like they started passing around snacks. And so I was like eating all this like hole in the wall bar food with them. And I've gotten food poisoning before. Like this was another level. And I spent the next 3 days in this rundown as it can get, little hostel. And like I thought I was gonna need to get like medevaced out of there.
No.
And like calling my mom, like giving her the updates. Like I was on the bathroom floor probably for 48 hours straight. Just like I thought I was going to die. It was that much pain.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when you were walking home, did you already have the hostel booked? Like you already knew, or were you going to one?
So obviously this is 6-7 years ago, so memory is semi-loose. But what I recall happening is I got to the town, I found the hostel.
Went to the bar.
Plan was to be there for one night, so paid for a night at the hostel. I actually remember this. Paid for the one night at the hostel, and then went walking the town. Found, I believe I walked past the bar on the way to the hostel, refound it, went in there, and then boom, lights out. And I was so sick that I couldn't leave the room to like up the nights of the hostel. So like I'm communicating with them through the room. It was a disaster. Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
So they didn't roofie you or anything. It was just the bar food was bad.
I think that like that I ate something that had like I've gotten food poisoning in Egypt and in many places. This was something different. So I think there was something more to it. But there was no doctors in that town.
No. So you just, what was your mom saying? Was she worried about you, or was she just like power through?
It was very nervous.
Yeah.
Like remote of remote.
My God.
Yeah.
So you never want to go back?
No, I mean, it was truly an unbelievable trip. Other than that was a great memory because it was a memory. But I recovered after those 2-3 days passed. I was off and finished the trip and went to a bunch of other different cities.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
I powered through.
Way to go.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. Is Burma pretty?
Yeah, I think there's some political instability going on there right now.
Oh.
And I do think there may be some pretty fucked up shit going on.
Oh.
I haven't checked lately, so I don't even know if it's safe to go anymore. But
Okay.
at the time, it was awesome.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a story we haven't heard. You should tell us a story each time if it comes up.
Okay. Next time you can ask me about the time that we were held up at gunpoint. Oh, I have so many good ones.
Can we hear the gunpoint one now or no?
No, I'll tune in next week.
Okay. Oh, wow, this is fun. We'll get a story. We can have story time in December with you. Are we going to do Christmas gifts, you and I? How would you like to do that? We haven't discussed it yet. So let's discuss it now. I'm good with whatever. I got a couple ideas of things I would get you.
There's stuff that you say that I know you don't believe. Mm-hmm. And that is one of them. If Christmas morning shows up and there are not gifts under that tree for you, like I got you the wrong flowers on Valentine's Day this year.
Okay.
The flowers, I got her grocery store flowers.
And see, even Priscilla's got her head in her hands. I get grocery store flowers from Trader Joe's every Sunday.
Alex.
Valentine's Day is a special day.
The apartment, it wasn't one, it was a lot of sets of Valentine's Day flowers. The apartment was full. There was, I don't know, how many, 48 roses, more, 100 roses, so many roses. And you were sad because they were from the grocery store.
Okay.
So how's Christmas going to go without presents?
I had just found out that I was pregnant, carrying your child. She's roaring.
Bummer.
And we can keep that little in because she says, "Yeah, Mama, you tell him." And I was so excited for Valentine's Day, and you forgot about Valentine's Day and went to the grocery store and got flowers, and we were still newly dating.
Whoa. I did not forget about Valentine's Day. Are you kidding me?
Hold on, though. Think about this, though. We were newly dating, so it took, and I tried to not say anything, but I was so hormonal and sad that I finally just started crying. I remember.
Hold on. I planned a massive day. You were mad that I wrote the card that morning.
Well, you did. You scribbled it, and I watched you. It's very unlike you. You're very
You were
thoughtful.
mad that there was only, but I did. I made you breakfast in bed.
I was throwing up.
Heart-shaped pancakes with strawberries around it.
Yes.
I made a reservation at Overstory where we had our first date.
I picked it and made it.
Lie.
No, and I took you to Face Gym before.
Alex, you've never made you don't have an account at Open Table or Resi. You've never made a reservation. So like you're lying.
No. I picked where we were going. I sound crazy in this story, but I need to preface that I was newly pregnant and I think extremely hormonal. The flowers thing, defenseless on. Except you did go to the grocery store, I know, the night before, and I did watch you scribble on the card. So that was a little like, you got to put a little more into it because we're like still in the honeymoon phase. We had been dating for like 4 months, and I was a month and a half pregnant.
I thought I killed Valentine's Day. I thought I killed it.
And I could tell that you did. And finally at the end of it, I remember I got like really teary eyed and I just like tears were streaming down my face. And he was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I just feel like you," what did I say? Half-assed the day.
And
I just remember being so sad.
And I had a girlfriend in college. Okay. And I remember my reaction to it was similar to what a girlfriend in college did to me. And were you like, you have asked? I was like, all right, done. No more Valentine's Day. Because once,
That's what he said.
So in college for my birthday, she got me a sweater. And I really didn't like the sweater. And I was a total grump about the sweater. And when I was being unappreciative about the sweater, she looked at me, she's like, all right, no more gifts. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you were unappreciative for the gift. And we did it for like, multiple years. And we didn't do another gift the whole time. No more birthday gifts.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah. And so I was like, you know what? I tried. And I think I was like, all right, fine. We'll never do Thanksgiving. We'll never do Valentine's Day again. And then
what did I say?
I
remember.
You quickly walked me off the ledge. And
I explained that this is just where you just say, okay, and next year you just kill it on the flowers. It's not, we don't kill the holiday as a whole. It's a great holiday. It's a fun holiday.
It's an expensive holiday.
It's a blast of a holiday.
Expensive.
I'm going to let, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let that story stay
in. For you,
in.
it's worth it. For you, it's worth it. For you, it's worth it.
I don't even need you to say that.
Every dollar worth it. Every dollar worth it. Every flower worth it. Every petal, every rose, every thorn. It's all worth it.
I was carrying that baby. I'm kidding. I thought the point is I thought I did good. No, the point is, and this was the learning. The learning was, and listen, he came in for Thanksgiving and he was like, "What kind of flowers are we getting for Thanksgiving?" And I was like, "I don't know, like fall ones." And he was like, "There's not really a flower shop around here." I was like, "No, we go to Trader Joe's. We go to Trader Joe's for every flower except on Valentine's Day. That's the only time we get them from the flower shop." And he's like, "Okay, got it." So it was really cute that you were still trying to understand the flower expectations.
These Trader Joe's just, it's great.
They're great. They're cheap. They last forever. Like they're not. But
as a whole, Trader Joe's is just great. Like shout out Trader Joe's.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I sound crazy in the Valentine's Day story. And listen, you guys, I'm human. Sorry, and I was hormonal. Okay. And I like flowers on Valentine's Day that aren't from Trader Joe's.
Before we go, the research guy I am.
Got a stat for us?
How many diapers do you think the average baby goes through its first year of life?
Oh, okay. 365, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 3,500.
2,500. Your math game is on point today.
Thank you. 2,500.
Yeah.
What is that a day? How many is that a day?
We can save that for another time. Let the listener do the math.
No, 2,500. I think that's low. That's 6.8 a day. 7 diapers a day. I would think you're going more. I guess you're not changing them at night, but you're changing once a feed. So for us, that's every 3 hours.
7 a day makes sense.
Yeah, it does, I guess. It's on average. Wow. It's a lot of diapers. You can never have too many. We're always out. Except we're lucky. We are always getting a PR box of diapers. We actually have not bought diapers yet.
We have not bought diapers.
We're
Shout
lucky.
out diaper companies.
Yeah.
Maybe sponsor.
Rascal, Millie. We're on Millie's right now. Love
We're
them.
open.
Love the Rascals. Love the Millies. I love the Huggies. Love them all. All right. Let's do this. We love you guys. Thank you very much for listening. We've been upstairs to clean.
Thank you for listening.
Okay, guys, thanks for listening to another episode of Just Alex, powered by Just Media House. If you enjoyed the show, which I think you did because you made it this far, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, rate, and review. All of those things are so important. Stay connected on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook at Just Alex Pod. Post-production by Creative Evolution Studios. Theme song to the Just Alex Pod by Gideon Shawkin and Denisha. I'm Just Alex, you're just you. Let's keep doing this thing. New episodes every Thursday.